is Harvey. We're doing interviews now. I know this is unexpected, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Oh yeah, this is our 100 subscriber special as well. It's not the biggest number, especially relative to other channels, but we find it worth celebrating. In fact, if I killed you all, that would be a worldwide tragedy. No reason to bring that up other than to say 100 people means a lot to us, even if it doesn't to you. Or maybe it's a threat. I don't know. With us today is Keegan Luther, a young filmmaker looking to make his way in this brutal industry. Hey Keegan, thanks for being on.
Well, thank you for having me on the show.
So what got you into film?
Well, let's wind the clocks back a couple of years. So, when I was a kid, I loved stories of any kind. I loved making stories up with my action figures or something like that, and hearing stories told to me just so I can imagine them, and obviously liking film in just general. And so one day I was on Lego.com, as you do, and well, I was watching a video I'd watched like 100 times, and it's a stop motion Lego video. And I said, it's not that hard. I can do that. And so I proceeded to pull out my dad's old cassette tape video camera and a bunch of my Legos, and I just did it. And I made it 10 times harder on myself because essentially I had to start and stop, start and stop, start and stop because it was video, not photos, as I would come to later to find out that that's actually how you do it. But I mean, I kept putting my hands in middle of the frame, but then I decided, no, gonna actually do it for real. And so I ended up just doing the same story over and over and over again until I just decided, oh, I actually really like this, and I kept trying new different techniques to figure it all out, and yeah, that was it, and then everything happened from there.
So you've been on Shoes Untied before, and you played Alex in episode 5 of Vice and Sin, I believe. What was it like to be a part of Vice and Sin?
Being part of Vice and Sin is just a lot of fun because I've never been a voice actor, but I have a ton of friends that are, and that was something that I always really wanted to do, and getting a chance to do that was awesome. It was really fun. It was different than I was expecting because as a voice actor, it's almost you really have to emote through the character in a way that's different because when I'm looking at you like this, I can actually kind of do a little bit more subtleties with my face than if you were just hearing this. So you need to really figure out how to really manipulate the voice, which is an art that I didn't realize that you truly needed to have.
So you've worked on a lot of short films. What is it that you think makes a Keegan Luther short film?
What makes the Keegan Luther film is, I don't know, what I try to do with my films is I try to get the audience involved. It's definitely an audience-based film. I always try to go that the audience is willing to pay attention. The audience is willing to see a little smarter of a film than they're used to, that the director isn't going to talk down to them, that he may cut up your food, but he's not going to spoon feed it to you. And something that gets people used to seeing these kind of movies, but still make them appealing to a wide range of audience. And but I also like to try to include messages of hope. Now, obviously, there are some of them that are a little bit more darker, like the newest one that I've coming out is pretty dark, but the overall message of it is that there's still something there to be had of hope of when we lose a little bit of what makes us human, the struggle it is to embrace that. And I am a very faithful person to try to put themes like that in there as well, and just mainly try to make the audience feel a little bit more hope without the expense of taking away from the story.
What is your favorite project that you've been a part of so far?
Uh, Probably comes down to two. The one before my most recent film, which is Something About the Mundane, which was a blast to work on, had a great crew, and they were just amazing. And we had essentially the film is about a man's daily life and about how boring it is to be in a routine. Talking about when you really break out of a routine, that's when you really feel happy. And the other favorite film that I've worked on is actually the project that's going to be released soon, which is Lament. It's a sci-fi apocalypse thriller about a group of survivors who when one of their uh, when one of their members becomes infected, they have to choose between either killing them when they don't know they're infected, if they are, they may not be able to save them, or letting them live and trying to cure whatever disease comes up, but endangering the crew at the same time. So it's a cool dilemma to play, and it's a cool concept that I hope that a lot of people enjoy because we all had a good time working on it, and we think it's going to be good.
That's incredible. Do you have a release date for the film?
Yes, we are going to be releasing it on Vimeo. It'll also be on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. It will be released on Wednesday, May 10th.
Good to know. We'll be sure to have a link in the description.
Thank you very much.
And so you were nice enough to give us a clip of your new short film, and we're gonna play it for you guys right now.
Patrol, this is home base. Come in.
Go ahead, Miles.
Shannon, we have a situation. Do you copy?
Copy that. We're on our way back home. What's the situation?
Infection. Over.
Come again, Miles?
We have an infection. Over.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on the show.
And thank you to Keegan for being on the show. Now on to other business. We now have an email in our About tab where you can send us questions, comments, feedback, suggestions, or just say hello. We mentioned in some posts on Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter that we will not be posting video essays as mentioned in previous channel updates. We just wanted to further verify that statement. Our short films will no longer have a label in parentheses after the short film's name. Like anyone cares, moving on. We will also be posting very short weekly updates on occasion in our channel discussion page, on top of our various social media, so be sure to check that out. Also, feel free to comment anytime and give us your thoughts. Maybe even rant to us, we don't mind. What do you honestly think of the channel? What do you like? What don't you like? What else do you want to see? Please comment, we love hearing from you guys. And finally, thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to us, and you're the reason we do what we do, so thank you. I'm Harvey, and have a good late afternoon.